Hey, what's going on, you guys? My name is the Raptor, and welcome back to another one of my reaction videos. So today I'm going to be reacting to the new episode of DBX which just came out, which is Zuko from Avatar: The Last Airbender versus Roy from Fullmetal Alchemist. I'm pretty excited for this episode. I'm not fully familiar with both of these characters or both of these franchises for that matter, but I'm still pretty excited. I know Zuko from, Avatar. I've watched some of Avatar, and I also got more information on him from Zuko versus Shoto Todoroki, the death battle from last year. So he seems like a really cool character. He seems really, really cool. Avatar is a show I wouldn't mind actually trying to watch the whole way through if I got the chance or if I found the time for it, I guess I should say. And for Fullmetal Alchemist, I really don't know that much about it other than the death battle that had Edward in it, Aang versus Edward, which is another Avatar versus Fullmetal Alchemist fight, actually. So I don't know that much about Roy. So I guess I would be rooting for Zuko, but I didn't vote for this one because I didn't really know the characters too well, and I thought, let's just leave it up to the people that do really have a strong opinion on it. So, I just decided not to vote, but I guess I would be rooting for Zuko. I do also expect Zuko to win, or at least that'd be my guess for right now, because I'm assuming he's more popular than Roy, or I'm assuming he would get more votes than Roy, but I could be completely wrong. Honestly, it doesn't matter too much to me. I guess I would prefer to see Zuko win, but either way, it doesn't matter too much. In terms of who would actually win, I'm not 100% sure. I've heard arguments both ways. I've seen more arguments for Zuko, at least for me personally. That's what I've seen. But I'm not going to pretend like I know how the exact scaling of Fullmetal Alchemist works, or even how Avatar works either. I know more about Avatar, but, I don't know all the information on either series. But either way, who would actually win doesn't really matter in DBX. It's just about having fun and watching a cool animation. So yeah, I've said all I need to say. Without further ado, let's get on with it. Again, it's all based on whether or not we have a cool fight, right? Okay, 3D background, at least for the opening shot. Sprites look good. That's the same sprite from the death battle, right? For Zuko, I think. Yep, just snappy magic. Yeah, Zuko would be a beast up close. "3D background was a little distracting at first, but you know what? It's fine." Of course, that's what he'd be doing the whole time. Okay. The front view, of course. Ooh! No, Zuko, get up! So it's like the same snapping sound effect for each snap. I guess that makes sense. Okay. Ow, yeah, that would hurt. I assume. Ooh, boy. You guys are okay. Yeah, that's a big one. Come on, guys. Oh, Zuko actually has his blades. Oh, boy. Yeah, okay. I kind of figured. Yeah. I was like, as soon as he pulled them out, like, it's clear where it was going. 61-39. Okay, I'd say that's about the percent I was thinking of. And who do we have next? So is that Sailor Mercury versus, is that Billy, like the Blue Ranger from Power Rangers? Okay, that'll be interesting. Once again, those are two franchises, like with this DBX, I'm not too familiar with. So I'm probably not going to vote for that one either, even though I may have my preferences. But like, I never watched, Sailor Moon, or I never watched, the original Power Rangers. I did watch some Power Rangers, but it wasn't the originals. I believe this is the original Blue Ranger, right, Billy? Someone correct me if I'm wrong about that. But I did watch some other Power Rangers shows, like, when I was young, I watched Jungle Fury, and I also watched the one where the main dude was a robot. Like, was that Overdrive, I think? I don't remember. Those are the two that I watched when I was young, and even then I don't really remember much about either of them. I was really rather young. But yeah, no, that'll be interesting. you know, and I know some stuff about Sailor Moon just from like what I've heard about the series and the characters, and also of course Beerus versus Galaxia. But you know, in terms of who would actually win, I don't even want to touch on that because I know I'm just going to offend a bunch of people if I haven't already offended a lot of people by saying that I don't really know the characters that well. But yeah, anyway, that'll be for next week. Talking about this one, this DBX was alright. You know, the 3D background at first I thought was going to be distracting, and I'm not going to lie, there were some parts where it seemed a little weird, just to have, like, yeah, these two 2D sprites on top of these, you know, 3D moving trucks, and, you know, sometimes it's like my eyes had to adjust, like, okay, so I'm looking at a 3D thing down here, but a 2D thing up there. But in general, it wasn't as distracting as that would sound on paper. It didn't really, like, take away from the whole experience, so I'm happy to say that. In terms of the action, I think it could have been a little more fast-paced, if I'm being honest. You know, especially for Zuko. He's known for, like, really fighting up close and, like, hand-to-hand combat and stuff, and we did get to see that. Of course, we got to see the swords, which was really cool. I wasn't expecting that, and I love to see things that I wasn't expecting. And, you know, even from the beginning, we saw him fighting up close, you know, hand-to-hand combat with Roy, so, you know, that was cool to see. I just think, you know, there were times, kind of like with Naruto versus Ryu, there were just times where it seemed like, you know, characters were standing still or standing for longer parts or longer lengths of time than I thought they would. So it's like I didn't really know what to say during those points. I don't know. I just think it could have been a little more fast-paced. I think I would have enjoyed it more throughout the whole runtime if that happened. But still, you know, it was still enjoyable to me. You know, I say this literally every single DBX episode nowadays, but I don't expect to have my mind blown when it comes to DBX, you know, animations. I know that, you know, animation in any sense requires a lot of time. You know, they don't have all the time in the world to focus on just one episode. For what it was worth, you know, I was satisfied. I was satisfied with what it is. I just think that there were ways to make it more entertaining. A lot of the times it just seemed like, you know, oh yeah, it's fire attack and then snap combustion, fire attack, snap combustion. And I think, you know, it's difficult, but I think they could have made it a little more interesting to watch over the course of the whole episode. It just seemed like, oh yeah, there's more of this, more of the same thing, you know? If you disagree and if you, like, you know, thought that it was entertaining the whole way through and that they were doing different things, you know, maybe I just missed something. Of course, you know, they were on the trucks and, you know, Zuko was in the air at one point, so, you know, they did make it creative. Still, I just think there could have been more creative ways they could have done with, you know, the fire abilities. And again, you know, they might not have had the time to do that. For what it was worth, I still think it was pretty enjoyable. But I want to hear what you guys have to say. Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? Who do you think would win? Or who did you want to see win in the DBX? Who did you vote for? Let me know down in the comments below. I'd really like to hear what you guys have to say. If you enjoyed this video, please give this video a like, comment your comments down below, subscribe if you could too, that would be amazing. But no matter what you guys do, thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, that's it for me. I will see all of you guys in the next video. Peace out.